Hello, my friend, Davorka here. Welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, I'm really happy to see you here. So let's talk about something today that I believe all of us are affected by this. And once you understand the mechanics behind that, I'm sure it's going to be so much easier for you to tweak it in your advantage. So what I wanted to talk about today was the feeling of anxiety, the feeling of depression, and of course, how can you change it to something else? So, first of all, what is the same with those two feelings is the fact that both feelings are negative. So the difference between feeling depression and feeling anxiety, and by the way, big disclaimer here, everything I do talk about on my channel is completely my point of view and the way that I understand the situation and I understand the subject. So depression and anxiety. Depression is feeling of negative feeling of something that has happened before. So basically, the person who is feeling really depressed is focusing all the time or most of the day on the situations that happened before, but in a negative connotation. It's like you are feeling like you are a victim of the circumstances of life. You're not loved, you're not appreciated, and everything negative that you can think of. And usually, and I know this from experience because I do have few people in my personal life who are really depressed, and even at one point in my life I was depressed, so I know the feeling. And usually what happens is that when you are in this state, you are so focused on the negative connotation of your life, on the negative connotation of everything that happened before, and you are so blind to everything that was positive. Or even if you remember that something was positive, you say, yes, it was positive, but it was not enough positive to cover this. It was more negative than positive. So in a way, you are deleting that positive side and you are choosing to be blind to all the positive things. And we all know that everything in life, at least we are supposed to know, that everything in life has positive and negative sides. So now where you put your focus, that is how you see your life. If you put your focus mostly on the negative side, that is how you're going to see your life, through the pain, suffering, and negativity, basically. And it's going to be a big struggle for you. And going into this deep depression, it's not helpful for anybody, and the person who is in that feeling is actually in pain, and that person subconsciously is choosing that pain all over again and all over again, sometimes even for the mere reason of being comfortable there, because that person has been there for a long time. However, everything can be changed, and you just need to start believing that you can help yourself and you can be better and you are in control. I think that's the key point here. You are in control, and a lot of us forget that. We don't understand that we really are in control of our own mental state. So that would be depression. The difference between depression and anxiety is basically, in depression, you are living in the past and you're seeing everything from that negative point of view from of now, right? And then when it comes to anxiety, anxiety is actually a form of fear, future fear of negative outcomes. So basically, you are preparing yourself for something that's not going to be positive for you. And your subconscious, most of the time, because the main job of your subconscious mind is to keep you safe. So your subconscious is going to try every trick in the book that it has to get you away of that feeling that is negative and not positive for you and not favorable for you. So most of the time when you are feeling anxiety, you get to that overwhelming feeling where you just want to run away from everything to something that is much more pleasant for you. and you start procrastinate, my friends. That's how you get there. So how to get back through that? So to avoid, not tweak anxiety, is get back, take few steps back, because every situation has two connotations, right? In the basics, whatever happens is neutral. It doesn't have positive or negative sides. You are giving it a meaning. So you can always choose if your meaning is going to be positive regarding that or negative regarding the situation at hand. So for simple example, let's talk about having dandelions in the lawn. So we have this beautiful lawn in our house, and of course dandelions are everywhere. And my husband, when he saw it, because he wants everything to be really nice and green and look like a big carpet, he hated the look of dandelions. So every time he saw a dandelion, he did everything in his power to just destroy it and get rid of it, because when he sees dandelions, he sees weed and he sees something that is corrupting his beautiful lawn. So, and for me, when I come to the scene, I see dandelions, I see how beautiful they are, I see how yellow, and the contrast of yellow and green, and they just complement each other together beautifully, and I can see the beauty of the nature, and I just welcome that. I actually adore this picture. However, my husband, every time he sees a dandelion, he feels anxiety, because he knows one dandelion is going to bring more dandelions, and it's hell for him after that. And of course that usually happens because he's focusing on that. And for me, it's like I'm just enjoying the view, because I know that this is nature and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's the same situation, just seen from different perspectives. And this is simplified. This is really a simplified example, but of course you can have something more difficult if you're going through a divorce, for example. It's not an easy subject for sure, but there are many positive aspects of it. So now, where are you on that side? Are you giving it a positive or negative meaning? I'm not saying that you have to turn a blind eye to everything. You can understand the situation in whole, but you still have a control and power to focus on what is more favorable for you or not so favorable for you. So how you feel in day to day, this is where your focus mostly is. So if you are feeling mostly anxiety and you have a problem with procrastination, this is what you are doing on the most of the time in the day. And if you want to tweak it, now you know how to do it. Go back, see the situation again, and try to see it from another angle. Try to understand what positive aspects of that is, be okay with that, and then try to be more positive oriented towards the situation at hand. So now, one thing again that I need to share with you, and that is that complete opposite, of course, because every situation is positive and negative, right? So a complete opposite feeling of anxiety is actually exhilaration. So for example, I have heard about this example of kids before Christmas. And usually if the kids are anticipating something that they want, that they're going to get under a Christmas tree as a present, most kids can't sleep because they know it's going to come in the morning. It's really difficult to sleep. They're anticipating something positive in the future. So that's a complete opposite of anxiety. So when you are anticipating something that is positive for you, you get more energy. So you see, when you are in anxiety feeling, you are depleted. You're trying to get to something, you do procrastinate, you don't have energy to finish whatever you want to finish. You just lose time because you don't have that strength for yourself to move forward, right? You don't have the willpower for that. It feels like you just want to sleep sometimes, and you just want to binge watch whatever you do, just not to be around the subject that needs to be taken care of. But when you anticipate something, you can't stay away from that situation. So if you do have a problem with procrastination, understand how you see that problem and try to find a way how you can turn it around and see yourself uh, like anticipating a good thing for you. So for example, if that is a project that needs to be done by some deadline, think about it. Are you focused about on the thing that you are not going to be able to finish it and then you're in trouble at work, or are you focusing on the reward or praise after you do the work? So this is something to think about. I hope I helped you at least a little bit and that you understand this subject a little bit more. Let me know what you think. If you need some more explanation from me, I'm here to help. So please do use the comment section. I'm going to do my best to go a little bit deeper if this is something that you need. If not, then see you on my next video. Thank you so much for being here up until this time. And of course, if you want to connect with me, all the links are down in the description. And please do like and hit subscribe, because that means a lot to all of us doing this and making videos on YouTube. So thank you for your time, and see you on my next video. Bye bye for now.